Since X's passing in 2018, an energy has been missing, leaving the youth again with an absence of relatability and comfort in music. Sure, other artists express emotion through music, but do any possess the same range that X did? X's music had emotional complexities that related with his listeners. It contained the pure, raw emotion that was riddled throughout his entire discography. Having an aura that was like no other, you could feel all of the emotions in it. They were not fake, they were not fabricated. His deep care for his listeners and the pain in his music is what made X, X. Music lacked authenticity for such a long time. In a genre like hip-hop, where everything has turned superficial and has been focused on profit rather than expression, X was the emotional restoration that the genre needed. He was someone who felt more human than any of these artists ever did, and never compromised authenticity for profit. It never felt like he was trying to sell us a brand or a persona. He was painting a picture of the harsh realities of the world, the true state of his mind, and the collective mind. We could hear the conviction in his voice. It was always there. X's music was a place I went to for solace. His ability to recreate all the feelings I was feeling made his music feel like home. The feelings of loneliness and abandonment in songs like Snow and Save Me, or the feeling of frustration and anger in songs like Run Up On Me, R.I.P. Roach, or Sippin' Tea gave me the liberty to scream violently at the top of my lungs. Or when he wrote about the uncertainties of life, as well as the crippling thoughts of doubt, meaning, inadequacy, depression, suicide, and insecurities that were captured so well on songs like Kill Me, A Message to Tina Belcher, and Skin. And even his capacity for evil displayed on King of the Dead, Alone Part 2, and Who the Fuck is God. The constant themes of heartbreak and love throughout all of his discography, particularly in Let's Pretend We Are Numb and I Don't Want to Do This Anymore. All of these songs and countless others have helped me through so many down moments in my life and continue to. The vulnerability that X displayed is incomparable, and it was comforting for me knowing that someone out there felt the same things I felt. It's what made him so revered as the artist he was, and continues to be. I mean, seriously, if anyone has taken the time to listen to these songs, you could feel the pain and reality in every word, the sincerity in his tone, and the passion in his performance. X's ability to capture and display the wide range of human emotion with such conviction made him revered. And that's what I miss most about X. I remember the nights standing outside my car with my friends screaming fucked up as loud as we could, or sitting in my room at 3 a.m. unable to sleep, listening to Helping Hand Not a Song, or the deep feelings of isolation and alienation from society that Snow captures so well. Did I already say that? Fuck it, I'll say it again because I fucking love that song. Seriously, listen to Snow if you haven't already. It's literally one of the greatest songs of all time, providing so much comfort for me when I listen to that song on replay for hours. He gave this refuge to millions of people, and I don't believe we will ever experience someone so complicatedly beautiful like him again. X's death impacted me on a monumental scale. I couldn't believe it. My cousin called me with the news and I told him stop lying and hung up. I was in denial for so many hours, searching Twitter for confirmation, and unfortunately I saw the video of him hanging out of his car, lifeless. An energy that gave me so much comfort and made me feel so welcomed and loved, gone forever. I cried to songs like Orlando and Carry On for days. X always told us that if he died, there would be no one who could replace his energy. He was an artist who deeply cared for his supporters. He didn't build a community so he could profit off of it and go about his business. His dream, as much as it was to be successful, was about uniting people and giving them a sanctuary in his mind. He built a community that he could live in, a community for his listeners so we could all feel less alone. And it never felt as if X was this unreachable superstar. He felt more human than any of these artists ever have. I mean, he literally played tackle football at a park with a bunch of random people. He went and played Fortnite with I Am Dante and made vlogs and gaming videos. He didn't have to do any of that. He could have just made his music, went on tour, made his money, and went back in his house. But these unselfish actions show me how much he actually cared. People need such a small amount of reassurance and encouragement to keep striving, and he gave us that. And now that he's gone, there are no more Instagram stories and lives with reassurances. No more songs and albums with all of his soul poured into them. In an instant, that was all gone, and the impact of his death has vibrated through the entire world. But X didn't and won't die in vain, because he left a legacy that can never die.
Hey guys. How are you?
I know you're someone
I won't be long. I really just wanted to directly communicate with those that pay attention to what I'm doing and that support me, and I wanted to offer some words of inspiration and honestly ask a question. For the words of inspiration, I just really wanted to tell you guys that it does not matter what your dream is or what your goal is. You make sure that it is your prime priority to follow what you believe is good for you. Do not live your life trying to impress someone else, and do not live your life trying to be someone you're not, and do not live your life making yourself miserable just to amount to someone else's idealism. You don't want your life to be the structure of someone else's dream. You don't want your life to be, you don't want to be following someone that's taking you down a dark road. And I really want to tell you that I believe in the human race, period, and I truly believe that anyone can be what they want to be. We need people to ideally take care of the world. We need good mothers. We need good fathers. We need people with sources of knowledge. Let's make it not cool to be stupid. Let's make it cool to be a good person. I'm tired of it being cool to be a fucking murderer or a shooter or just this irrelevant being. Like, that shit is stupid. Like, the sooner we understand that we need each other, which is the truth, bro, because I wouldn't be who the fuck I was now if I didn't have anyone. Truly. If I didn't have the support from you guys and I didn't have the people that truly believed in me, I would be nothing. And I'm aware of that. And I've gone through my fair share of destruction and pain in the process to get where I've gotten, and I know that anything is possible. And I really just want, at least, alright, let's say worst thing comes to worst, I fucking die a tragic death or some shit, and I'm not able to see out my dreams. I at least want to know that the kids perceived my message and were able to make something of themselves and able to take my message and use it and turn it into something positive, and to at least have a good life. I at least, if I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy, or they found some sort of answers or resolve in my life, regardless of the negative around my name, regardless of the bad things people say to me. I don't give a fuck, because I know my goal in the end, and I know what I want for everyone, and I know what my message is. So I just wanted to say, I appreciate and love all of you, and I believe in you all. Do not let your depression make you. Do not let your body define your soul. Let your soul define your body. Your mind is limitless. You are worth more than you could believe. All you have to do is dream, and all you have to do is want to fulfill that dream and have the strength to fulfill that dream. Pain is a sign of progress. When you feel pain, there is progress. I love you all.
The reality is this. Most of us feel like we don't have anyone. No one to talk to, no one to relate with, no one that can understand us. And X was that. That's what he was. And I could make a video an hour long really diving deep into the positive impact X had on my life, but to sum it up, I'll say this. X gave me refuge in his mind. His songs gave me the liberation to feel and express while alone, making me feel less alone. They were and still are my home for when no one cares. His message empowered me to think even more and to improve as much as possible, adding value to everyone who listened to him, and that's all I could ask for from another human being. And since his passing, his energy, his care, and his passion has yet to be replicated, and it probably never will. So with all that being said, long live Jase, and as long as I'm alive, you will never die. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed that video. It took me a long time. It was like, I was up till 3, 4, 5 a.m. a couple nights and just was trying to find clips and scramble together my thoughts and make sure everything was as clear and precise as I wanted it to be. In the comments, like, just leave a comment about how X impacted you and had a positive impact on your life, and what you miss about him the most. For me, it's really those Instagram lives and just those stories of like have a good day and stuff. Like I said in the video, it's just we need such a small amount of reassurance, and people in our lives just tend to let us down for the most part. You know, not calling you back, just little shit that, you know, may destroy the fragile mind. But yeah, long live X. I got him right there forever. And thank you for watching this video. Make sure y'all like, and please subscribe if you're more interested in this guy. So thank you.